Well, hey there guys, Eugene here for Review Outdoor Gear. I got another little product to review. I just wanted to say right off from the outset that I got this thing for free. Somebody wanted me to check it out and give them my opinion on it, and so I'm reviewing it for everybody who's interested in this thing. Maybe you looked it up on Amazon or whatever and you're like wondering, well, what about this Reliable Outdoor Gear Traveler's Ground Sheet, I think is what they call it. Well, I'll give you my opinion and kind of talk about it a little bit. It's actually a pretty useful little piece of gear for my own use. I'll kind of go over what you could use it for in a little bit, but first let me just cover some of the details about it. It's exactly 51 inches by 75 inches this way, so it's pretty large. You can convert that to feet or centimeters or whatever you want. That's how big it is. And it weighs, I'll weigh it in a minute, but it weighs under 4 ounces, about 3.2 ounces. Very light. And then it comes with this little pouch here in which you can fold it up and then put it in here. And I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. And there are two colors of the pouch available. There's this one and then there's a red pouch. Here it is. Let me kind of say basically what it's made out of and talk about the construction a little bit. It's a nylon material. It's very thin, and that's what makes it so light. And this thing compacts down to just pocket size, which I like that. It's super thin. It's not going to resist really sharp things, but something like this is fine where there's no cactuses or cacti and there are no really sharp rocks. That'll work fine. If there are really sharp things, I'm afraid if you sit on it or put little things on it, it will get a hole in it, so just keep that in mind. It's constructed as one big piece, and then it has all the stitching through here, which that makes me think that it is going to leak water through the stitching because the stitching goes all the way through, and so it's not waterproof. It's water resistant. It's a nylon material. It looks like a ripstop nylon, so it shouldn't rip really easily. But it's not really heavy material, so you just beware of that it's going to rip if you really abuse it. And it will leak water just slightly. So if there's a pool of water underneath, it's going to come through eventually. So just keep that in mind. Now these corners, each corner and then halfway between each corner, so on all the middles, there are little pockets here, folded over material, and then there's a little washer in each one. It looks like just a regular old washer sewn in, and that helps it to be just weighed down a little bit so that it doesn't get blown away really easily. That does help a little bit, but it's not it's not really good if the wind really picks up. What I would have loved to see on this thing would be for them to add just a little grommets or little bands of material so that you could stake this thing down and stake it into the ground. That would have been really nice. And then this stitching, the point of the stitching here is to help you fold it because you want to be able to fold it to put it away into the little pouch, and they just kind of stitched it on here to let you know how to fold it. Honestly, I think that's a little extra. Some people might like it. I think it takes away from the waterproofness and weakens the material a little bit, but it does help you fold it. I think you could fold it without that, but I'll show you how that works. So yeah, there we go. That's one complaint I have, is the stitching, or two complaints, and the fact that there are no little bits of, I call them grommets, I don't know, loops, whatever, to help you stake this out, because I think that would increase the usage a little bit. You could actually put it up and over your head if you needed to make a little bit of a shelter, if you needed to. I mean, that would just help with that. Or if you're using it as a footprint for your tent, you could actually stake it under your tent. You could do it without the stakes. It would work fine. So now this gets me into what I think the uses of this thing are. I think mostly, it's advertised as being a beach towel, as well as a just if you're outdoors or anywhere outside and you need something to put your stuff on, you put your your gear on, whatever that may be. If you're on the beach, to put your lunchbox or whatever. You can lie down on it. It'll kind of keep you a little bit warm and keep you from getting dirty, and keep you from getting wet a little bit. So, well, actually, I mean, I would say it should really keep you from getting wet a little more than just a little bit. It's not bad. It's a good material. Yeah, so that's what that is. Let's fold it up. I'll show you how that works. So you can just grab it here. You go, halfway mark first, and that's why that little line is there. And then you go on the second one, and third one. So I should be able to do this on myself. I'm not doing a very good job, am I? Oh man. Yeah. So, and then you fold it there, and one more time. Okay, well there we go. So you could just fold it up like this and it fits in the pouch. I like the fact that it comes with a little pouch. Not all things do. And there we go. So when you put that together, it really gets to be small. And you can put that in your pocket, or you can have it in your backpack. Well, I got a little scale here. Shall we weigh it? Just to prove it, I think it should be about 3.2 ounces. This is with the this little package. 4.9 ounces. Okay, let's make sure I'm getting it accurate. Yeah, ounces. Okay, 4.9 ounces, guys. That's what it is. I was mistaken in the beginning. I was quoting what I read online. But that's why it's good to do these tests. I did measure it with the tape measure. It's actually about an inch bigger each direction than what they advertise on Amazon. So there's a link down below on Amazon. Check it out. And if you're interested, you can buy it. It's under 30 bucks. I don't know, price might change, but that's another complaint I have. I think it could be a little bit cheaper, but it's not bad. If you consider this, if you're going to buy this as a footprint for your tent, it's actually a lot cheaper than a lot of companies charge for their footprint. So that's nice, but it's, I would like it to be a little bit less. I mean, there's not that much material that goes into this, and I think it's, it could be a little cheaper, but that's for your decision. Depends on your budget. So thank you for watching the video. Check out my channel, Review Outdoor Gear. You can see a lot of videos of other gear and really cool outside trips and films, short films of things we've done. So subscribe, give me a thumbs up, comments and questions below, and as always, praise the Lord. See you guys in a future video.